I want to say thank you to each and every one of my Patreons that help support the channel. I want to say, if you want to help support the channel, get this content to more people, hit that Patreon link, or go ahead and subscribe to me on Twitch. Thank you for watching the show and supporting, and here we go. Serious topic, even though it's me responding to a jokey video. So I'm going to say this. Content warning. Content motherfucking warning. You should not, here, like, seriously, before we get into all the other bullshit. If somebody is abusing you in a relationship, be it mental, emotional, or physical abuse, get the fuck out. I don't give a damn if you are a man. I don't give a damn if you're a woman. I don't care if you're non-binary. If somebody is abusing you, get the fuck out. Physical scars, they fucking hurt. And sometimes people can't come back from physical abuse. But mental and emotional scars are just as fucking serious. And sometimes you can't come back from that either. And so, abuse is a real thing. I don't give a fuck who is perpetrated by. Man, woman, non-binary. It is a thing that we should always take with the utmost seriousness. And this is why I had to actually respond to this video. Now, I will say that I've actually already watched this video, and it kind of disgusted me because you guys will see. So let's go. This is Camelot331. And he's usually a video game person. He talks about his horror stories at GameStop and how shit fucks, like, you know, GameStop fucks with you and shit like that. This is a little bit of a different story. This is talking about the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard shit. Now, I personally thought this was old news during the case that they did about this, 3 years ago, while they were having a pandemic. We kind of knew that Amber Heard was a piece of shit. She was abusive. And not only did we hear it from Johnny Depp, but they also heard it from her past. I know she had a female lover. Like, she was abusive. It was shown that she was abusive. And by the way, she had a threesome with Elon Musk and his girlfriend in their bed. I wonder why fucking narcissist motherfuckers stay together. But she was abusive. Like, don't get this wrong. She was fucking abusive. And I am fully fucking aware that how can men be abused when they're supposed to be the stronger, or they're supposed to be bigger and all the other good shit. Abuse doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't. It doesn't matter what gender you are, gender expression you are. If you are an abusive piece of shit, you are an abusive piece of shit. And not just because you shit on the bed. That brings new furries to the term shit to bed. I know, but all right, let's go.
Talk about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard for a minute, because this is kind of important, and I'm going to get to why it's really, really important right now, here very soon. But
all right, so a little bit of a background. Camelot has, like, he has had his share of bad relationships. I've had my share of bad relationships. I can both identify with it. We both are like, did retail for a while. I branched off to customer service and call centers. He's branched off to other shit. We both divorced guys, so we kind of know what the court system is like. We kind of know how fucked up things are like. But this is one of the shit that we kind of break. But let's go.
it's something that's kind of resonated with me because I've kind of been following it, and I see a lot of those same things that I've kind of dealt with in life, and it kind of sucks because everyone in popular media and the powers that be are kind of pushing against this idea, you know, that Johnny Depp has been wronged in any way, shape, or form.
But no one is actually saying that. People are literally are saying that, no, she's a piece of shit. Like, no one is actually saying that. The only people that are literally saying that, oh, Amber Heard is going to get off is red pill motherfuckers that want to make it seem like all men are always persecuted by women all the time and men can do no wrong. Like, no, like the only people that are actually saying that is literally these red pill people that want to actually believe that women are all shit and they get away with all types of bullshit. That's not the case. Everybody sees this shit. But no, let's go.
Whether it's abuse or whatever. But anyway, in 2018, Amber Heard wrote an op-ed claiming that she was a victim of abuse, referring to her previous marriage, which she never actually said his name, but if you're any normal human with a brain inside your skull thing, then you can pretty much figure out that she's referring to Johnny Depp. Okay? So that's...
And this is true. She got a real big hand clap. Yeah, you did it. You get it, girl. But once Johnny Depp start talking about the shit after she broke the agreement, the non-talk about shit agreement, the non-disclosed agreement, it was pretty clear that Amber Heard was being a massive monster. And after she wrote that, her previous partner, who was a woman, came out and was like, "Nah, she's abusive." This is like 2018 shit. Like, she tripped up with saying that I've survived abuse. She tripped up because people started saying, "Wait a minute, you're an abusive piece of shit." But let's go.
That's why there's a trial happening in the first place, is he's suing her for defaming him in this op-ed, which is pretty obvious what's going on. Yes, she totally did that, but that's neither here nor there, all right? Because the powers that be, I don't feel like they're going to let him win this. I'm kind of a conspiracy theorist. I don't think he can win this for that reason alone, because the world's not a fun damn place.
So what he's saying without saying it is because he's a man and admitting that a woman was abusive to you, the powers that be would like, no, you can actually say, hey, I have this evidence with me. I have this people with me. I have these recordings. And it's just like, if you know what community that I come from, you guys know who Shani and Rev is. We can see some of the same shit that Shani's insane ass does to Rev that you would actually do to Johnny Depp. As ironically, Rev was an alcoholic, Johnny Depp was an alcoholic, and let's go.
All right, and it's because he's a man. Okay, and you all know how courts and men and women and divorce settlements run. Well, from the very beginning, Johnny Depp met Amber Heard while filming The Rum Diaries, all right? And they started clapping cheeks, all right? Smashing pissers and have a good-ass time. Great relationship at first, like it always is. It's always a great relationship at first until your heart gets ripped in two, and then she starts smashing everybody on the block, son.
He's not bitter about anything. He's not bitter.
And then blaming you for it. I'm not saying that's what happened here, James Franco, Elon Musk. I'm just saying it's kind of what
Amber Heard was fucking... She fucked James Franco. She fucked Elon Musk. And they actually had to testify about the shit. But let's go.
I'm feeling like, might have happened in this situation. But things started to get pretty bad, okay? Things started to get pretty bad. They started arguing, the normal thing. But the issue is Amber Heard would start physically assaulting him, okay? Which is a bad thing, which she has admitted to several times. And you'll hear recordings of it right up front.
So, here's the thing. I'm going to say this. This is one of the main reasons why I want to do this video. It's okay for men to be the victim of abuse. It's not okay, but it's okay for men to admit that, hey, I've been abused. It's fine. It doesn't take away from your manhood. It doesn't take from your strength. As a matter of fact, strength is not the exercise of power, but the control of power. Until a lot of these people realize that just because you're a man doesn't mean that you run around beating the shit out of people. That's fucking toxic masculinity. And people like Amber Heard get away with this shit because they push this whole idea of, well, you're supposed to be a big, strong man. No matter what I do to you, it fucking shouldn't matter to you because you're a big, strong man. And as a matter of fact, we're gonna say that you actually hit me. If you stop playing the whole nothing hurts men, men's feelings can't be hurt, men can't be abused, we wouldn't have this shit. But let's continue.
You got hit. I'm sorry I hit you like this, but I did not punch you. I did not fucking deck you. I fucking was hitting you. I don't know what the motion of my actual hand was, but you're fine. I did not hurt you. I did not punch you. I was hitting you.
It's unacceptable. It's fucking unacceptable. It is fucking unacceptable to do that shit. I don't give a fuck if your partner is opposite gender, same gender, what the fuck ever. That is unacceptable.
That's the thing that's so annoying about this to me, is because men are not allowed to be physically assaulted in any way, shape.
Yes, we are. The fact that your pride gets away in admitting that you are is a problem. One of the main things that goes on that affects men are assault in jails. But nobody talks about that because it's played off as a fucking joke. One of the main things that happens, yes, women attempt self-removal more, but men actually complete it more. Because a lot of fucking men don't want to admit that they're fucking hurting. They don't admit that somebody's beating their ass and they don't want to fight them because of a moral reason. Two, because they're also being abused in other ways. Just because somebody is smaller than you doesn't mean that they can't abuse you. Just because somebody is half your size doesn't mean that they can't be whooping your ass because you may not want to fight them. This is the shit that I'm talking about. This is this toxic ass masculinity that a lot of these motherfuckers think. But let's continue.
Shape or form. That's the weird thing, is men are not allowed to cry. Men are not allowed to claim that they've been abused in any way, shape, or form.
Yes, they are. Oh, okay.
Because they're men and they're supposed to just get over it and grow the hell up. Actual words from Amber Heard when she was yelling at him after admitting that she beat the living hell out the guy.
You are such a baby. Grow the fuck up,
Did you
Johnny.
start physical fights?
I did start a physical
Yeah,
fight.
you did.
All right, just grow up, Johnny. Just grow up, babe.
But you're feeding into the shit by saying, no, it's not supposed to happen. This is not what we're supposed to do. And like, yeah, his audience is mostly young men that feeds into the shit, and he's feeding into the shit. And I'm not going to say it's because he's had some bad experiences in life. He's talking about his bad experiences. But this is the shit that I'm talking about. Fucking own it. If somebody is being abusive to you, fucking own the fact that you're stepping up to be a person where you're not going to answer violence with violence. I don't know, title of the stream. But you are being a bigger person by not giving into that violence. But get the fuck out and get you some help. But let's go.
Baby, you can't be a victim. See how many people side with you. Also, actual words.
You can please tell people that it was a fair fight and see what the jury and judge think. Tell the world, Johnny. Tell them, Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp, man, I'm a victim too of domestic violence, and
Yes.
it's a fair fight. And see how many people believe or side with you.
Kind of.
But here's the thing. I think Johnny Depp was doing something that a lot of people wish they can actually do. Not only does she like physically assaulting him, she was mentally abusing him. And the fact that he had the wherewithal to say, you know what, I'm gonna start recording this shit, and I'm gonna start making it where I'm not crazy. Like seriously, he's literally saying that no, like I'm not gonna just like let you. I'm not gonna sit back and believe that I'm just this bad guy that you can actually abuse and shit. No, I'm going to record it, so, and that's great. I really commend him, because this just like abusers are gonna be abusive. But let's go.
Blows me away. All right, kind of blows me away. But they decided to get a divorce in 2016. All right, he's like, I'm out. I'm done with this. You crazy. All right, and you know the number one cardinal rule is never get involved with a crazy girl. But he did it, and he's now reaping what he sowed. It's
He doesn't get that he's building up that stereotype. It is nobody's fault that somebody's abusing you. This is nobody's fault. The fault of the abuse is the abuser. Nobody's fault. And I just, like, I wish people would wrap their minds around it. Both men, women, and MBs. If somebody's abusing you, it's not your fault. It is not your fault. And I get it. He's playing this shit off for laughs. And what I suspect is it's a defensive measure because, you know, and I don't want to seem like I'm trying to like out him or anything else like that. But like, he's dealt with some shit before. He's dealt with abusive ass situations. And from what he's explaining, his job, his other relationships, yeah, no, like, yeah, fuck. It's not your fault when somebody abuses you.
It's a terrible situation, man. You don't marry him. You just kind of poke him a few times and then run for the hill.
No, you don't poke him. You don't stick your dick in crazy. I'm sorry. Don't stick your dick in crazy and don't let crazy dick inside of you. I'm sorry. Don't. No. Fuck. No. It's not worth it.
Maybe change your name and your address so she can't find you, stab your face off. All right? Well, there's something very important about this. She's claiming that on a flight, he got blackout and just went ham on her ass. And that's kind of what she's saying, is he physically assaulted her, which there's no evidence to confirm that in any way, shape, or form. But his entire reputation has been ruined over this. But the courts are claiming that this had nothing to do with him getting released from Disney and losing his roles on Pirates and losing his roles as the Wizard in the Fantastic.
Now, I will say this. I don't know if it has anything to do with that, but and I'm far from being a psychologist or a counselor, shit like that. When you're being abused, those leave scars. We can see in Pirates 4, Johnny Depp he wasn't there. And you heard stories of the set where he would just be drunk. That doesn't sound like somebody who was just like being an asshole. It sounds like somebody who was coping with the fact that he was dealing with abuse. Abuse actually hurts. It takes time to heal. Even if he left her like that Tuesday, he probably is still working on a path of healing. You don't just like, you can't just get over it like, oh yeah, just get over it. Again, it's playing into the toxic masculinity.
Beast, which was kind of boring movie anyway, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. All right. He lost all these things. His agent stopped calling him. All these things started happening, right? Out of nowhere, suddenly. All right, but now the court's saying that, that had nothing to do with this. Okay, that's a load of BS. Bigger than the one in the movie Jurassic Park.
No, him and I agree on this. Of course, once you're marked as an abuser, nobody want to work with you. Especially after the whole Me Too thing, nobody want to work with you. But I kind of feel right now a lot of people are just like, oh shit, we actually was blaming the victim. We actually were shitting on that. And one of the things that I hope will come from this trial is that more people would actually understand that even though you may seem more powerful, you can still be abused. But that's just like asking people to think outside of what they can see, right? But
where the sick dinosaur has the poop and it's like the size of a mountain? Yes, it's bigger than that. Because any normal human with a brain, all right, can understand that he's been negatively affected because of this. Lost a lot of money because of this.
And here it goes, going to the money. Like, I get it. We live in a capitalist system. Don't fucking care. But you can see some of the shit that he suffered. He lost part of his relationship with his kids. He lost fucking the tip of his finger. Like yeah, no, like it's more than just, oh yeah, he suffered the loss of his wallet. No, like, dude, abuse hurts physically, emotionally, and mentally.
And I think it's kind of disgusting that just allegations without proof can do that. And I think this case is very important, and the outcome of this case will change probably the future for the better or worse. So what ultimately caused this to go down this road? All right. Well, in 2016, when they got a divorce, Johnny agreed to pay a settlement. Okay. Amber Heard agreed to this settlement, and they both signed like an NDA type deal where they can't talk about the finances or the settlement money.
But just like a classic abuser move, well, I'm still gonna try to get clout out of this abuse that I heaped upon this one person. And here we go.
Well, of course, she immediately releases a statement saying she's going to donate the money to 2 different organizations, the UCLA and then a children's hospital. And Johnny hears about this, and he's like, no thanks. And then he donates that money in her name, which is the same thing. But guess what? Amber Heard gets all kinds of mad as hell because she wanted to keep the money. Let's be honest.
Yeah, no, of course. She's an abuser, and she was trying to get cash in on it. Yeah, of course. Let's just be honest. Yeah. Like, again, I'm not going to defend the machinations of an abuser.
She wasn't going to do nothing. She going to keep that money and buy Ferraris and stuff. All right. That's the idea. Okay. So now it all boils down to this, and we're having a trial, and we're seeing pretty much how disgusting this thing can be. For example, they talk about him using substances, okay? And they try to conflate the fact that he had substance abuse means he's physically abusive. Those things don't correlate.
No, usually a lot of people that, not usually, there are cases where people have substance abuse to numb the feeling that they have from being depressed, being hurt. Like, just because you are somebody that use substances doesn't mean that you're actually the violent one. You can try to cope with the pain. And this is correct.
They just don't, okay? Now, there was a time that happened. There was a time that happened where she threw a bottle at Johnny Depp, and it hit his finger and severed his finger. Okay, that's a big deal. Yeah. The Ben King, which was like their hired butler, was able to confirm this story in its entirety and saw the finger. Okay, now Amber Heard's team is trying to say that he did it on purpose and he was just having a good time cutting his finger off and stuff because that's what we do. And now they're saying because he's had troubles with self-harm maybe in the past that he did that, he cut his finger off.
So, again, going back to what I was saying earlier, women does try to take themselves out of this plane more often, but men have a higher tendency to do it because they do more final things, like try to start a shotgun. And yeah, no. From what I read, and I know this may be classical signs of read, it didn't seem like Johnny Depp was being abusive. It sounds like he was being abused, and dealing with depression, dealing with some shit that he may need to be medicated for. And again, I'm not being a psychologist, but like, if you're constantly almost passed out drunk and you're getting done with Amber Heard has clearly stated that she was doing, yeah, something tells me that you may need some help. But let's continue.
Self-harm, cutting off your body parts. Those things don't conflate, but they're trying to make it look like that way and hoping the jury is stupid as hell. And the masses are stupid as hell. Unfortunately, we're only kind of stupid as hell and not completely stupid as hell. That's the issue. They're also claiming the fact that he punched a wall out of anger or slammed a cabinet means he's also physically abusive, which is not a conflation. I've punched a wall before.
Again, it's venting that frustration that you actually get because you feel as if it's your fault, feel as if you're hurting. Like it, and if somebody is actually constantly telling you you're a piece of shit while they're abusing you, this shit ain't cool. But all right, let's go.
I don't punch babies and people and females. Nah, dude, no. All right, that's ridiculous. Their case is terrible. They have no evidence to support anything they're saying, and everything they do just makes Johnny Depp look better as hell. But guess what? I don't think he'll win because.
Why, man? Why? Why don't you think they win? Let's go.
Men are not allowed to be victims of abuse regardless of how it happens.
See, go back to like this shit. And is he going to advocate for the fact that we should be more open and honest with how shit affects men? Is he going to advocate for it? Let's see.
That's just how it is. Okay. Men don't win in this situation. We just don't. Okay. People don't care that men have a higher suicide rate. People don't care that men aren't going to college as much. People don't care. They don't care about any of this stuff. Okay. They don't.
No, nobody's going to college as much because of Now, if you want to actually look at the numbers about how many women, men versus women are actually, some of that is for women catching up, but also some of it is student loan. The fact that college is becoming more and more unaffordable. It's like we see these social issues, but it's just this whole thing of let's stop at this one particular thing and complain about a problem, but not look into the roots or do something for it. And this is what irritates my soul. I get it. If you have some shit to say and you feel like, oh, it's unfair, but why is it unfair? Why is it unfair? Why is it seen unfair that women get most of the custody in child care cases? Why is it unfair that women get most of the child support? It's unfair because you guys support rules that feed into that shit. When your child is a baby, do you care for them as much as the mother care for them? Do you change the shitty ass Pampers as much as the mother changes them? No, you don't want to deal with that. You want to play with the baby when it's time for you to play with the baby, but you don't want to actually do that real child rearing. And you know what? The fucked up part about it is, it seems as if I know they did a study and they found out which father group actually spends more time with feeding and changing and bathing and all this other shit with the kid. Guess what they turned out? Guess what they discovered? There was a group that actually did the most, even though they quote unquote broken homes. But y'all don't want to do that. Y'all literally think that a woman's role is to pop out babies and take care of them. That's what feeds into the stereotype. You think that, oh, men's strong, so they can't be abused by women, and if they are, they should just get over it, instead of admitting that you're fucking human. But let's let this finish out. Let's go.
I don't care. And look, these things happening to women legitimately is a very big issue. I think everybody can agree to that easily. But just because that's the case doesn't mean you can make up a bunch of stuff and try to ruin somebody's life and their kid's life.
That's fucking true. It is so fucking true. So what you do is this. You admit that men can actually be victims of abuse. Fuck. Alright, let's go.
Okay, she was never friendly to his kids. And now his kids are having to deal with bullying and stuff and all this stuff that goes with it. It's not fair and it's not okay. This is why allegations shouldn't equal consequences like this. Him losing all his jobs, him losing everything over this. It shouldn't result in that, especially when the allegations have no basis in reality or truth.
All right, so I get it. The whole liberal thing of believe all women. I think people minimize and just take that too far as, well, as soon as the accusation come back, let's crucify this man in public. And the phrase actually should be, listen to all women. Let's hear their story. Let's actually look into it and not just dismiss it. And I'm saying that as somebody who knows people that have been abused and just not listened to. And the thing about it is, it's like they lose nuance in this thing. And in the whole thing of actually figuring out what's going on and how people are being hurt. Yes, dude, like, fuck. We should give people that speak about issues like this the ability to speak about it and come forward and just tell if they're being hurt or they're abused. But that doesn't just mean go get the pitchforks on the person that's being accused, because we know that monsters come in all genders, shapes, races, and sizes. But let's go.
The reason this is so important is because if Johnny Depp wins this, it'll prove to everyone, okay, that you can beat these allegations, okay? And maybe in the future, it'll make crazy ass women not make up stuff anymore, or men make up stuff anymore.
And see, you get the wrong fucking lesson from it. We should actually learn that abusers aren't essentialized to any one gender. That's the thing. You should understand that abusers are not generalized to one fucking gender. That's the lesson we should learn. We should learn that lesson. that if no matter if you're a man, you're a woman, you're an MB, if you're an abuser, you're a piece of shit. We can reform you, but you don't just get the default all because you're this, you can't be abuser.
Okay, fake allegations. Maybe it will stop that from happening. But if he loses, it goes in the opposite direction. Now every woman knows she can sue any man for any reason that she sees fit. She can just make something up. And I don't see that as okay. I think that is absolutely disgusting. Okay? I don't like it. I think it's terrible. And it's just
It goes back to this whole fear of, oh, men, like you have to be masculine but strong and let anything hurt you. But the allegations, you got to watch it for the allegations. I am constantly around women in private places. I don't have to worry about an allegation because I don't. One, I'm not a fucking creep. Two, because if you treat people like there are actually people, you don't fucking have this issue. But fuck, let's go.
just awful because I've been told my whole life if I cry, if a woman hits me, or if anything like that happens, I should just man up and take it.
Maybe you were told wrong. I don't know. Maybe you were told wrong. Okay. Fuck. Like, it doesn't come up in your mind that maybe you were told wrong, even after experiences that you've had. Maybe you were told wrong.
And I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair at all.
What?
At all. Do you think it's fair? I hope not. What do you think? It's very important. And what do you see the outcome of this trial being? It's a little bit of a different video I don't normally do, but I just felt like I should talk about it and give my 2 cents on it because.
Yeah, stick with your 2 cents because you're missing the whole fucking point. The point isn't that, oh yeah, women are getting away with it. The point is that it's okay to hurt. It's okay to ask for help. And if you've been a victim of abuse, reach out to somebody. It's okay. You're not less of a person because somebody abused you. You don't have to live with the shame of someone abusing you and you're not doing anything about it. It's okay. Just reach out and do something about it. Don't let this bullshit affect you. I don't care if you're a man, you're a woman, you're an MB. Don't let your victimizer write the story. Speak the fuck out. On that, I'm going to end this video saying.
If I gave myself the power, where would I be? Was I